I want to bring in Nancy Grace now, host of Crime Stories with Nancy Grace on YouTube. It's good to see you again, Nancy. Good morning to you. I have a specific question for you. Some of the families apparently we're told are okay with the plea. Some are clearly not. Here is one on NBC Today's show. Watch.
It's my daughter. It's our children. How can you say it's just when you haven't even talked to us? They told it it's not really about us. It's about their process. Just shut up and get on board and deal with it. That's really what they told us. Idaho's failed. They failed me. They failed my whole family.
Let's see what goes down together a little later today. I don't know what the prosecutors know. I don't know what the judge knows. Maybe they think this is the best deal possible. What do you think? You were out there in the very early days of this case.
Technical legal term, it's BS. I'm a crime victim, and a lot of what happened at my fiance's murder trial is really blurry to me. I think I'm not allowing myself to remember it because it was so painful. But I do remember the felony prosecutor coming and speaking to me and Keith's family before he went forward with the trial or any potential sentencing, and spoke to us and had agreement with us. Long story short, I feel that the family was left out of the equation. I've got the letter that they sent the family. A letter? Really? A letter instead of a meeting? Listen, there is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, on the murder weapon she found under the dead body. What more do you really need? I find this weak. It sounds to me like somebody didn't have the spine to take the case to trial. And I agree with Gonsalves.
Wow. Why do you say they didn't have the guts to do this? The spine, in your words. Why would that be if you think the evidence is so strong? Well, because
why else would you take the easy way out? Yes, it's going to be a long trial. It's going to be a battle start to finish, and you don't know the outcome. You're rolling the dice, but that's what trial work is. Man up, get in there, do it. That's what they're paid to do. They have an incredible treasure trove of evidence. And all this business about the family gets to look him at the eye at sentencing, he probably won't even look at them. And at sentencing, they speak. He doesn't. We will never know what really happened. We would learn that at trial, but there's not going to be a trial. He will be forever shrouded in the mystique like Ted Bundy and Rex Heuermann and BTK. You know what? You know what's going to happen, Bill Hemmer? He's going to take this deal, he's going to go to jail, and then one day we're going to see him on a Zoom at some big symposium where he tells his side. It's total BS.
So explain,
he's going to have girlfriends, pen pals, make money. It's not fair.
Sorry for interrupting. I've got 30 seconds left. I really want to get an explanation from you. Why would the judge allow him to not explain what happened? And maybe there is an explanation that he offers in court today. We'll see that live together.
There is. It's called the Fifth Amendment. Right to remain silent. Now, the state could have made it a condition to make him speak.
That's the point.
They didn't. He is not allocuting, and he doesn't have to.
But the state could have forced him, if he wants the deal the way he wants it, to explain what went down.
Yes.
That's right, and they didn't. That's what I'm screaming here. It's not fair to the victims' families. They're going away empty after this without any answers. I know what happened to Keith. They will never know what happened to their children. And let me tell you one more thing. I thought I knew all about grief and mourning when he was murdered. Until I had the twins, I knew nothing. I cannot imagine what these families are going through. And I even feel guilty talking about it because we don't know the suffering they've had, and now this. There's a remote chance the feds could step in the way they did with Luigi Mangione and Rodney King. Do I think it's going to happen? It would not be double jeopardy. It would not. Could it happen? Yes, because Kohberger crossed state lines to do this.
Okay.
Will it happen? Probably not.
Got it. Okay. From 1 o'clock this afternoon, our time in New York, 11 a.m. in Boise, Idaho. We'll watch it on camera together. Nancy, thank you for coming back. Nancy Grace.
The main motivation to head to the food distribution on a daily basis despite the high risks. Frankly speaking, since the Israeli occupation forces belligerence on Gaza started and the total blockade to Gaza, we have all the population in Gaza have been suffering starvation, absence of basic supplies and medical supplies. We have no other option but to go and get our hands on any food despite the high risks. We need you to put us in the picture. How is it look like? like within the food distribution? How do you feel when you feel the bullets zooming and jet fighters hovering above your heads? Before establishing these food distribution centers, we have been suffering. We start venturing out at about 12 o'clock midnight, risking our lives. We are expecting to be shot at any point of time. We are surrounded by Israeli jet fighters and quadcopters. Many of them are having machine guns mounted on them. In addition to that, the positions of the Israeli occupation forces are shelling us with artillery and tank shell, in addition to the opening of gunfires. Thousands, more than 250,000, up to 500,000 are flocking to the only food distribution center in the Gaza Strip. What is graver in danger are the quadcopter or the Israeli drones that are opening fire indiscriminately on the ground. Despite